Right, afternoon all. I said I'd do this. I haven't brought my RX out today. I thought I just need to get my head round, get to grips with this iCON, and it is an iCON, it's not an iCON X. I had a conversation with Regton last week when I knew that they'd start sending them out to the people on their lists, the waiting list, because like everything from XP and most manufacturers, when it's new, it sells out quick. I want to get my hands on one. They said to me that they believe the iCON will be the representative equivalent of an RX. So the RX is what, £600 with headphones. This is about £500 with headphones. This one I got just under £400 without the headphones because I've got headphones and I can plug some in if I want to. But when I'm out here, I like to listen. I mean, obviously with the ability that this has for the new sounds that are on the Deus 2, I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to complicate people. You do need the stereo headphones. But what's it all about? Right, okay, this one has 3 factory settings. You've got a beach setting, you've got a park setting, which I think is more designed for our American friends. You know, that's my opinion at the moment. And then you've got a ploughed field setting. The difference between the ploughed field setting and the park setting, as you can see straight away, that in the park more things are notched out, i.e. bottle caps, which the Americans seem to have a lot of. If you've been watching that American guy, what's his name, Calabash Digger or something like that, he goes on about bottle tops. I mean, I haven't found a bottle top in this field ever. In fact, I couldn't tell you the last time I found a bottle top, so we must be lucky. But anyway, I've been across the field. The bottom of the field is where they use to compost stuff. It's called shoddy, that's the technical term for it. But after the First World War, Second World War, no doubt in between, they have composted clothes, woolen clothes, because back then things were natural fibres and they went back in the ground. And I've got a little selection of bits here. I'm looking over here, you guys can't see them. Several coins, pennies, a couple of military buttons, an old bit of jewellery, watch winder, a purse bar, or a bit of a purse bar I should say, even a bit of a crotal bell, and a lovely big old bit of rusty nail, which obviously when you get that rusty nail tone, you want to make sure it is a rusty nail, and it did, that's what it was. So I'm not surprised by the finds. It's a fantastic spot that I've got down there, very lucky, just out the back of my cottage to test all these new machines. So what do I think so far? Okay, well, one thing, and I've heard everybody say it, you can't take away the fact that it's light. You saw me weigh it last night. I think I put the picture on our group. Am I right in saying it was quite a few grams less? And bearing in mind this has got an 11-inch coil, the RX has got the 9-inch coil, so we're a bit lighter. And I do believe that the iCON X is even a little bit more lighter because it has carbon fibre. This isn't carbon fibre, this is some sort of composite, I guess, I don't know, plastic is it? Some sort of fibres in them to make it strong. It's all right. It's I thought it might wobble, but it doesn't, because obviously 11-inch coil. And while we're on about the coil, look at that. Look how thin that is. That is thin. There's some voodoo magic going on there somewhere, because they've definitely shaved quite a few millimetres off that. And the best bit, I know this will please a lot of people, is they've got this new slide-on charging clip with a lovely little LED light in it, which, like all the other things, when it's charged, it flashes 4 seconds on, 4 seconds off. The remote, when it's on charge, the little blinker lights flash up and down like they do on all the other XP products. When they stop flashing, they're solid, you know it's fully charged. And again, it's a 3-hour cycle. So what else can I tell you? I've seen some other videos. You've got this little thing here that you can take off here and clip on here. I mean, that'll stay there. And people say, oh, they're going to get dirty. Do you know what? In all the 7 or 8 years I've had my RX, I've never filled that with dirt yet, so I won't worry about that. I don't think I've even had any up here, because, you know, I tend to lean it, lay it, or whatever. So maybe luck, I don't know, but I haven't got it dirty. And the price-wise, well, as I just said, RX is £600 at the minute with headphones. This is £500 just about with headphones. Anyway, I've got a call now. I better take the call and I'll be back in a sec. Right, sorry about that. Phone call from my brother-in-law. He had a stroke a little while ago and I'm looking after him. So I have to take a call. Real world stuff going on here. What was I going to say? Right, okay. A couple of pennies that obviously have come out of the pockets of some of these clothes that have been composted down here. Up in the 80s, 86, nice solid sound. No particular depth, 3-4 inches I think on one of them. The one that I will tell you about is this little silver sixpence here. what was that, 1924. That was literally just under the surface, and it was a bit of an iffy signal, if I'm honest with you. So I was a little bit disappointed as to how that sounded. Hopefully I might find some more silver coins and we'll get a little bit more of a defined answer on that one. But I haven't done an air test yet because I don't really believe in air tests. Because when something's been in the ground a while, it's always going to give you a better signal. Bottom line, that's how it works. What else can I tell you? As I said, 3 hours with this, you know, it needs to be got out a little bit more. I know it's not going to set the world on fire because it's not designed to do that. I mean, the DAS 2 is the one that's probably rocking the world at the moment, causing a bit of a stir, still causing a stir, and upsetting those Manical boys. So, and some of the, I think some of the Equinox boys as well, because there's a lot of new technology in that, and obviously that has dribbled over, and as they've said, the DNA is now in this thing too. But iCON for just under £400 without headphones. Yeah, it's a good quality bit of kit, as you'd expect from our friends in France. It's got a 5-year warranty, and that's quite important today. And I'll be honest with you, Regton up in Birmingham, they are the importers and they are the guys who fix most of the XP stuff under warranty. In fact, I think they must fix everything, because obviously being the importers, that's how it works. Absolutely fantastic. You know, if you ever have a problem with anything, you buy it from them. It's that goes without saying that it's worth its weight in gold there. But anyway, I can't really tell you much more. I thought it was going to wobble. I thought it was going to be a bit wobbly because the iCON obviously doesn't have, well, I say obviously, you might not know, the iCON X, one of the upgrades that has, it has this carbon fibre stem which shaves a few more grams off it. And for something that you've seen everybody saying, oh, it's light, it is, I tell you. And if you're like me, you know, I'm 60 odd now, getting old. No, not really. Am I? Yeah, I suppose I am now. I'm not 20 anymore. You don't want to be lugging something around the field. You want something light, because it's just going to save your shoulders, all your sockets and everything, isn't it? And you keep going all day. And as I say, that 11-inch coil and this weighed less than my ORX with a 9-inch coil on. Pretty amazing, and that's going to help you, trust me. You keep detecting every weekend. For what have I been doing now? 46 years. It does have an effect. But anyway, I'm waffling now. What else can I tell you? We've got this blue colour. That's nice. Quite like that. Is that French? I don't know. Does that represent the blue in the French flag? Don't know. But it's nice. It's a little bit different. The remote, as I said before, the remote does remind me of a few other detectors, the Vortex and one or two of the Mine Labs. I quite like it. It's different, and this iCON as well, absolute doddle to use. You know, it's not going to tax anybody's brain. 10 minutes and I knew my way around it, and I'm sure if you've never used one before, you know, give it a day or two and you'll be familiar with everything you can adjust. And there's not a great deal you can adjust on there. You've got a couple of programs, 3 programs in total, 1 beach, and you've got 1 park and 1 field. Now, the park one, I guess, is probably more suited to our American cousins, because it's all about the bottle cap rejection. And I don't know if you've been watching videos about this with that guy, what's his name, Calabash Digger or something. He does quite a lot of videos, and he kept on about bottle cap rejection. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've never found a bottle cap. I've certainly never found one here, and I couldn't tell you the last one I found one. In fact, the last bottle top I had was off me Samigwell beer a few weeks ago, so I don't think we have to worry about that. So really, you know, program-wise, unless you're on the beach, there's only one you're really going to use on this. And then, of course, the little bit of technology that everybody's going to love is the multi-frequency, which definitely works better on the beach. And unfortunately, that is the Achilles heel in the RX's armour. That is the chink in its armour. It's not the best machine on those mineralised beaches. So, love to test this on there. And I think I might take a trip up this week, up to the Norfolk coast, and just have a little go somewhere like Southwell or somewhere like that. It's nice. It's got a lot of dunes where people sit, just to see how it performs in the sand. As for performing here, am I impressed with it? Jury's out at the minute, if I'm honest with you. You know, it does what it says it's going to do, and it does what most detectors will do. It's proved it can find bits. Is it lacking a bit of power? Somebody's asked me twice now, how powerful is it? Well, yeah, it's never going to be as powerful as a DAS 2, because they're not going to let it, are they? Although the iCON and the iCON X are the same power. Is it the same power? Does it have the same power as my RX? At the minute, don't know. not 100% because I haven't been out enough. I need to get out for a few more hours and find a few more bits and see, you know, just see how deep they are and see what sort of feedback you get from these finds, you know, what the tone's like. And again, when we talk about tones, I don't want to overcomplicate things and confuse things, because I'm trying to help here, but I've got it set in 3 tones, which I guess is how it comes from the factory. You can go 4-tone, 5-tone, you can go full tones, and then we can get into all of this new Fandango sound that the Dash 2 does with the stereo headphones. But that's going to be for another video, I guess. Or if you want to know about that, there's plenty of Dash 2 videos out there. I don't get involved with them. There's plenty of guys doing them, and you can hear all about the morphing sounds and tones, and you listen to different things in your ears. I think what this machine's about is value for money. Is it value for money? Well, today I guess it is. It's made in Europe. It's not made in a factory in Malaysia or China, as our friend Mr. Trump says. It's made in France. It's made in a factory there, and the guys there are pretty dedicated. You know, we've seen what they've done with the Dash 1. We see all that, how that evolved, and how the Dash 2's evolving now. They've got a 5-year warranty. You can extend that as well. So, you know, that kind of speaks for itself. So, anyway, I don't want to keep waffling on. I just thought I'd just give you this little insight as to what I think so far. Out of 10 so far, I'm going to say 7. I'm going to say 7 at the minute, because I'm sure we're going to see a few, 1 or 2 maybe updates. I might be wrong, but I think we might do. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to go home and have some roast dinner. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope something comes out of this that might help you decide. If you want to buy a machine and you've got £500, well, that's the first target I've had with the iCON on this lovely pasture. It's very dry, very loamy. There was sheep in it up till a week ago, so there's lots of sheep where as well, so no doubt it's a bit mineralised, but don't know what that is. I don't think it's a button. Can't see anything. But yeah, first target, about hand's depth, coming at 52. Quite a clunky tone. I've got it on 3-tone. So anyway, first target. Right, second target in the pasture. I've got an 86, steady 86. Can lift the coil up probably 6 inches. I'm still getting a tone. We'll see what it is. Right, so that's the culprit. Oh, penny. And the reason that's here is because, well, the reason I'm here now is because this is where they used to shoddy. I think that's what they called it, shoddy. You can see the undulations in the ground. There's a whole load of stuff that's been composted here after the First World War. The farmer told me all about it, his great-grandfather. So I get lots of buttons, lots of pennies, lots of watch winders. It's great for testing machines. And you can see the state of the soil. It's lovely and loamy, and again, that was a good hand's depth. So, but then, you know, a coil like that's got to ring out. If that doesn't ring out, nothing will. So that's 2 targets in what, 5 minutes, so that's not too bad. Right, we're spade depth, and I've had a few like this. 65, between 60 and 69, let's say. You can see the clod there, quite deep clod. Let's have another dig. Definitely good at hitting deep eye, well, tin I guess that is. Very rusty, very light, but it's picking these deep ones out. Not the right targets we want, but my goodness me, not good, no buzz at all. Well, I just had this button out. I knew I'd get some buttons. There's loads over here. As I said, this is where they shodded, composted a lot of stuff after the war. Everything comes out very clean. You can see this soil. I'll put my hand down there. You don't have to dig it with a spade. So the good thing is everything comes out nice. 2 or 3 inches deep and a solid 86. And you know, I'd expect any metal detector worth its salt to find that. And I've got it in 3 tones. It's in multi-frequency. Obviously, that's the difference between that and the ORX, the main difference. We've got this multi-frequency going on, so we'll just see what else we can find. But there you go, military button, lovely jubbly.